exciting. I'm buying a house this year in Colorado. For my price bracket, it's probably the worst time to buy. Everyone else is buying, which means I have to compete with them. But before I even stepped into that, I had to jump through a bunch of hurdles to even get to there. I reached out to Carol, because she's just so lovely, and I asked her to find some houses, just to see what was out there. I saw some houses that I liked and I wanted to see, but before I could see them, you have to get pre-qualified. So the lender says, yeah, I can get you qualified for this amount, but it's not the amount that you want because your house is for sale in Illinois. But I don't want a house in that price bracket because I'm not gonna like any of those houses. It's not 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2-car garage. That's what I need. So she said, we're gonna have to wait until you sell your house in Illinois. But it's been on the market for 6 months and it's a really small town and the houses aren't moving. Great, what am I gonna do? There has to be some other way. You have to provide me some options. Can you research this? Tell me something else I can do so I can have the house that I want, because I know I can afford it. What's the problem? Paperwork? What can we do? The lender says, well, if you find someone to rent your house, or maybe even a contract that someone's gonna rent your house, then we can get you your house. Wait, so I can just call one of my friends from back home and we can sign a contract that she's gonna rent my house and then I can get a house? She's like, pretty much. I was like, oh yeah, no problem. Called my friend like, hey, I need you to sign this, we're gonna get it notarized, and yeah, I need to get this house out here. You don't have a problem with that, right? No, I don't have a problem with that, we can do that. Okay, let me write up something and I'll call you back. Then I thought about it. That's dishonest. And if I go about that, I may get what I want, but how is that going to affect the long term? What kind of karma is going to come back on me for doing things that way? There has to be another way. That's just not who I am. That's not how I operate. While I can completely get what I want, that's just not how I do things. So I sat. And I talked to the lender. There's got to be another way. There's got to be another way. I was so frustrated. God, help me find another way. Then I get a text message from someone who absolutely hates me. Jealousy is most of it. But nonetheless, hates me from back home. And says, I want to rent your house. Are you interested at all in letting me rent your house? Are you out of your mind? Why would I let you rent my house when you hate me? You're going to ruin my house. So then I said, let me think about it. I need someone in my house. I'm paying all these bills for this empty house, and I need someone in my house so I don't have to pay those bills, so then I can get the house that I want. Are you kidding me, God? This is the path that you're taking me on? Great. So we come up with a lease to own option. So then she's invested in the house and I don't have to repair anything in the house. So then she's not gonna mess the house up because it's her house too. So I make amends with this woman and then we sign the contracts and we get it all done through the courts. And she's been living there for a month and she's already increased the value of my house by completely remodeling the kitchen and the bathroom. So I'm thrilled. If she screws up, I still win. So nonetheless, I got over that hurdle, which I had no vision of how I was going to get over that hurdle. Now I can get pre-approved to buy a house in my price range. Carol, let's go. We're going to look at houses. We go and look at houses. Nope, I don't like this one. Nope, I don't like this one. Nope, I don't like this one. Oh my God, Carol, we found the perfect house. This is it. This is it. Carol says, Jackie went on the market last night at 8 p.m. and it's 1 o'clock the next day and there's already been 15 people to look at this house. If you want this house, we have to put an offer on this house right now. Wait, I was just kidding. I'm not ready to do all this. And then I'm like, well, what price should we go with? And she's like, we have to go at list price. Oh, well, I don't pay retail. Hold on. And then I'm like, they're going to pay the closing costs, right? Like, how much hold on, I need to talk to the lender. This is moving way too fast. but I had to jump because all of these other people were jumping. So we did that day, put an offer in for list price, which was something I've never done, and I've purchased 6 houses in my lifetime, and never have I paid the list price. And then I asked them to pay closing. The next day, Carol calls me and says, Jackie, we gotta trust in God. This wasn't the right house for you. I say, what do you mean, Carol? I paid retail. What is the problem? I gave them everything they wanted. Someone came in with a better offer. What? What better offer could they have? That was the house. I bonded with the lady. We even cried together. Carol said, yeah, you know, but at the end of the day, it's all about the money. So I said, fine, whatever. I messaged the lady on Facebook and said, what did I do? Why can't I have the house? I was so distraught. I was not going to find another house that was going to be for us. Now I was going to have to settle, and I did not want to settle. I was so angry. Carol and this is why I picked Carol as my realtor, because she just kept on me about, God's going to provide. Just know that the next house is going to be better than the other ones. And we went and we started looking at houses, but I was settling. I was like, okay, open it up to the south side. We'd find some real nice houses on the south side, but then I'd look at the crime rate and it'd be all red right around that nice little subdivision that I found the house. Couldn't do that. So there would always be something that I was going to settle, even though maybe the house was nice. And I was just, I don't know, Carol, maybe we should go for this house. Carol says, nope, you don't love it, I'm not doing it. And again, this is why I picked Carol, because Carol has my family's best interests at heart. So then we find another house. How exciting. It's perfect. The owners are there. We bond again. Carol says, remember what happened last time you bonded with the lady? She said there's already been 15 people. There's already 8 offers on the house. And so we're literally sitting outside of this house, and Carol's on the phone with the realtor. Like, how many offers do you have? We're about to put in an offer. Say, Carol, go 10 grand above the list price. I'm not playing anymore. I'll pay closing costs. I'm going to get this house. This is the one we want. It's in my neighborhood. I'm done. And so as more people are going into the house, I was like, oh, the house is already sold. It's like, you know, you shouldn't even go in it like I'm buying it. Needless to say, the next day, the realtor called my realtor and said that we insulted them somehow. I have no idea how. We had a great time with the owners. They were really nice people. Maybe it was because they had a bar in their house and I told them I didn't drink. I don't know. But anyways, needless to say, I didn't get that house either. So now I'm really distraught. And now I'm thinking, maybe something's wrong with Carol. Maybe Carol's not doing what she's supposed to be doing. $10,000 over the list price and I'm not getting what I want. And so I take a step back. Maybe I'm not supposed to be buying a house right now. Like, I've never been rejected so much. So maybe I'm pushing for something that really shouldn't happen. So I took a week off. Carol went to Denver dancing lady. And then I took a week off and said, I'm not looking at any houses. And there wasn't any inventory. So again, I didn't want to settle. I refused to do that. So after the week went by, I was getting really frustrated with Carol, and then finally all of a sudden, boom, 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 all these houses came up. Carol, let's go. We're going to look at these 4 houses. We got to get them all done in one day. So then we go and we walk into a house, and it's perfect. I knew the house was perfect before we went there. When we walked in, I'm walking through the house like, okay. Carol's like, it looks like you don't like this house. I'm like, yeah, I like it. I'm just tired of losing houses. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm over it. And Carol's like, well, I don't want you to go for this house if you really don't love it. No, I love it. Just put the contract in, go $15,000 over the list price. I'll pay closing costs. I'm over it. Like, this is my attitude. I'm just so done. So needless to say, I got the house. And that was awesome. $15,000 over list price. OMG. But it might not appraise for that price. So it's all about the bidding war. And what I went through, there was several times where I could have just quit and given up or thought that it wasn't the path for me. But I always just took a step back, reassessed what I was doing, gathered my thoughts, and then aligned myself with God and let Him lead. And Carol said God would provide the perfect house. I have the office that I wanted. My daughter has her bedroom and bathroom in the basement. We have our 2-car garage, our fenced-in yard, across the street from a school. My youngest daughter has a big bedroom, which none of the houses that we put contracts on before had all of those things. So God truly made sure that that didn't happen so that we could have the house that we wanted. And so at the end of the day, follow your dreams and let God lead you.